And let's get into it. Another day, another, try at Bevy and Rust. And getting to know how to do things in Bevy. So let's see if it still compiles. Actually, that looks kind of good, and yeah, that's the weird part, but okay. So, so let's get into it then. So, let's check UI Radial Menu. So today I actually hope to finish the Radial Menu, as you just saw. If I actually just start it again. If I click here, you see those two icons pop up, and I want to make it selectable which icon to select, and then hopefully it places the tower correctly. And currently we still have this bug. If I click on this icon, it moves somewhere randomly, and I don't like that at all. But let's see if I can manage to fix that stuff. So yeah, here we have our radial menu, and actually one thing I wanted to add here, if possible, without too much effort right now, is give the whole radial menu some kind of background. So let's spawn menu marker. Maybe actually let's give it a bundle as well. Or actually, do I need that? Let me think. So I call this method. Yeah, actually, let's try this out. I want to have here a bundle. And so, more or less, in addition to what we add here, we want to add well bundle. That should actually work, right? Correct. Though, no. We, of course, actually, is there a faster way? I don't think so. Let's go. So let's check all my references. Here default actually still works. Radial menu that. Radial menu bundle should now look something like. Actually, here we know res fthats. Let's call it mesh, and need fthats qualify. And now we need bv. Or actually, let's go to our fthats and just right here. Color, radial menu color, radial menu material, and it's actually let me open Firefox quickly and class L for gray. Okay, that makes sense. That's something like that, and let's make it probably kind of a darker gray. with a little bit of alpha. So now we have here our color defined. And now we can just use that radial menu material. And of course we need a W in here as well. So now we can here say mesh or meshes, and what was the other one? Material. Actually, it would be even nicer, but I want to spend time? I guess not. But let's just continue like this. And now we can make mesh. I like meshes. New table and meshes. Insert. No, not insert. Meshes. Actually, we could. Oh no! Let's just go this way and optimize it later on. Circle. Diameter from a radius. Okay. The radius should be something like, I guess, 60. Then we have here now our let mesh equal that. And our bundle would be mesh 2D mesh. And our color would be material 0 clone. And now what's the problem? Is yeah, of course it's not because I need here mesh. Yeah. How is it called? Mesh material 2D. Nope. Hey, sometimes my fingers do whatever they want. Material. Feed as an outside of initial for an instance grade was default for further. Yeah, okay. That's okay, I know. I guess I know what they want me to do. Bundle should be that, and then we use default here, and voila. The compiler is happy again. Next, but actually, let me quickly configure something. I'll be right back with you guys. Give me just a second. Because... What do I want? Let's take this. Select. Okay, and let's just quickly test if this works. Actually, do I have... Can I? Actually, no. Let's just move on stream, because I want, if I need to go for a few seconds, want to have a scene in OBS that I can switch to, but I need to actually create it quickly. But I'm actually not sure if I have. What am I doing here? Firefox. Linux. And do I have anything installed actually? Actually, I should have, but do I remember how it was called? Yeah, no, not. Yes, that's what I wanted. Pinky, I have weird stuff installed. Pig. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Oh, damn it. Entry, what is that? Okay, interesting. I didn't know. I have, sometimes Linux has software installed. I'm still not really used to using Linux. But then let's just ignore that for now, and I will look a bit later in something like, no, I don't think Audacity. Document view, I don't think so. The thing is, I know that I should have something. Actually, I could use splitter, but let's actually, let's just do the splitter. But first, let me copy this image somewhere. I want to copy user share wallpapers. One of the, or let's just go user share wallpapers. Set one. Let's copy the path. And now I can hopefully do that. Right, and let's quickly go full screen, and then we just say text. Where? Somewhere here. Let's quickly check which could look nice. Let's just take that one, and we want to have here be right back. ... So let's give it a different color, something more dark, I guess. Or actually, let's go with white. I actually like that. So, and let's just save that file, save as, let's just save that here, VRB, save. Okay. Let's quit here, exit, and now I can go in here, properties. Actually, I think I could have just done, because I think OBS could actually just add, oh, that's so much better, I'm so, okay, be right back. text input. Okay, select all. That would be Pyra Nerd von Mono, I guess. Okay, I could have just, didn't need to update, I can just do it like that. And then I can just quickly, if someone would be interested, in transition into it. And that's normal. Be right back. Actually, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So, let's get back into it. I was updating my Radial Menu. Actually, I do believe... Actually, no, I don't. I think that actually could be fine. So, let's check that out, if it's working. How does it look like? Exactly. It's a little bit too small. I need to make it bigger. But it starts to look okay, I would say. Okay. Where were we? We were here, I guess. Let's go make that bigger. And let's try again. How does that look like? Oh, that was a little bit too much. Let's try that. And how do I have? Okay. Cargo run. Cargo run, please. Thank you very much. It's still big. Okay. Let's try 100. Yeah, I think that's actually quite fine. And then let's go actually move them a little bit further. And not size here, actually here. Let's go here 60 and 60. Or let's go. Actually, let's define. Actually, let's make it a little bit smaller. Let Radial Menu size something like let me think. What could be a nice value? Currently it's 6. Or let's just go with 100 here. That's more or less the total size. And then more or less here, the menu size minus, and let's just let item margin or padding. I'm not entirely sure what the right word here is. Let's go for 20. And yeah, and then we can just define let item size be menu size minus item margin. This currently does not make too much sense to define it here, but yeah, maybe at some point I will put it somewhere else. So let's see. And let icon size would be something like item size again. Let's just go for item margin again, and let's see if that actually looks kind of good. Icon size, let's do it like that. Icon size. But now I have the possibility, if I at some point want to extract everything, I can just extract everything up here. Though, let's just see if that's how that looks. Actually, I need to increase the margin. Okay, then I can't. Well, I currently would love to have a hot reload for that. Okay, still a little bit more. So let's try that. I'm just a little bit afraid that now the icons get way too small, so maybe I should. And ideally, I could do it like. Can I do that? Can I do that? Easily. That's my. Also, it would be nice if, for example, I would have some kind of vertical or parcel segment, some space between those two. But I think for now it's fine. I think for now it's fine. Well. I think it's actually fine for now. Though, what's next? What next? What next? Oops. Alright, okay. So we have now more or less this background for our. Actually, I would like to have it. Actually, it's like, let's try to finish the functionality now. So we want to go here, implementation. Here? No, not item. I actually want. Here we go. Oh, implementation. Path, and then here. Spawn self, builder, would save observer, watch entity, right? Okay, you know. Exactly. Let's see if we can. Go references. Preferences. Ah, okay. But actually, I have, I think, a key conflict somewhere. What am I doing? What the fuck? What am I? What's going on? That's. Well, sometimes my fingers do whatever they want. But where was I? Grid. Let's move all unused down here. On hex click. Get menu provider, right? Exactly. And now here I create my observer. Let's see if I can actually now do here what I want to do. And that is. So what do I need to do here? I need to get let's just try to do. Get position of parent entity? That's one question mark I have here. Maybe I should yeah, let's think about how to do that later. Okay, then I need to do no. I need to do spawn my tower here, or more or less all spawn tower add with that entity, because I do believe, let's see if I'm right, spawn tower add, as I need commands, I need the image and the tower cost and the player gold. Okay, so I need here player gold would be something like actually I think it was mod player gold would be something like press single mod gold with player and then so I'm currently thinking if it really makes sense. But let's just continue for now. Sometimes I need to see it before I can make a decision on if it makes sense or not. So then we need the cost for the tower. That's actually now where I actually probably want. But actually we can, let's go into Radial Menu, we can go in here and spawn item. What? Hey, typing is not my... What's going on? Spawn item, go to definition. No, not spawn item, I actually need... tower type menu provider. Here, exactly. I could insert here, for example, my tower type. That should be that. That means that I actually need here component. No, I can insert that in here. And now, more or less, actually, could I? So, because now I can go here and back to that method, and I can now more or less define here another query that's tower type. And it's query tower type. Exactly, that's enough I want to do here. Actually, I'm confused because I guess, yeah. So let tower cost would now be something like tower type cost. No, I need, of course, let's. And actually, one thing I actually should probably do, if I can do that, actually, do I need to rework everything once again because I'm too stupid to make it work on the first try? Radial power type menu provider. Because what I actually would like to is have maybe actually let's see if that works. If I remove so more or less I would like to have a click mask above here. I'm just not sure if that actually is feasible for me to do here, how it's currently set up. Because more or less yeah, for now I probably just leave it like this, I guess. Let's just continue and let's see if we can make this better at some other point. For example, instead of storing the bundle, maybe I can have a callback or something like that. But let's see how far we get with what we currently have, and then yeah, decide if we need to change that at some point. Because, as I mentioned, I'm still learning everything. So, and you only get better if you try to do stuff. On hex, click everywhere. So now tower type. Now we can say here, let's, as if we let okay go, maybe cost would be, no, tower type equals, what was it? Tower type get target. Nee, trigger entity. Or maybe let's call that power type query, so it's less confusing. So now we have here this, not entity target, though now else we just want to return, because if we don't get that, but maybe let's just error out here, tower plate expected tower height, just to see if we have made some mistake somewhere. Though now we can let cost be tower type cost. That function we still need to declare, and let, so we have the player gold, we have the tower type cost. So spawn tower add, and that's actually now let parent, I guess, is query child of query filter. No, I actually don't think I'm not entirely sure if I need one. Maybe. Actually, now that I think about it, I could just put that in here. Child of. Does that work? But the child of is not because okay, let's. Okay, no, I did made a mistake. Of course, I need to put that in brackets. No is not valid request. Okay. No. So okay, return. Yeah, and then I still need if. Actually, what did I do down there? Oh yeah, I need to update the hex grid as well at that position. Though, let's give me actually. Maybe it's better that I have something like tower spawned event and then just trigger here the tower spawned event at this or that position, and then the hex grid can update itself. So, but let's for now have here mod hex grid as press mod hex hash grid, and then here. Oh, actually, I need to check if I can then actually need this one now. It hex grid index. I do need to get the position. Okay, let's try that again. Child. So let parent is child. Parent, the parent entity of this child entity. But that's not enough. I want the grandparent. And I don't think there is something like a grandparent. How would I do that? Or ideally, I would like to have some kind of function that returns me the parent with a specific component. That would be pretty nice. Is there something like that? Let's check. Firefox. Bevy get parent with specific component? Is there something that's... Accessing the parent global transform? I guess that's old. That's Bevy version, yeah, no. Is it possible to get parent of an hour tray? But what if I want to get parent of an hour? Blah. What is that? Parent search, is that something that's interesting? Child of AKE. Let's see what has the official documentation to tell me here. This is a relationship component. Yeah, child of contains a single target entity when is blah 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 blah. Okay. Do I really need to do it weird? So, as if I understand... Or let me check, can I... child of parent? I'm not entirely sure if that is... Also, I'm not even sure if it will compile, but let's try. Children query... No, the parent query. Parent query would be something like parent... What do I say? Child of? Then required component. What do I want? Position query would be something like crit index. Need crit entity. I really have too many different names here, but that so and. So more or less, so no, actually, let's just quickly to make that at least work. We go to tower type and implement fn self. Oh, sorry, I need to give it a name. Cost returns me gold. And let's just match bell tower type. Normal would be, I don't know, gold 20. Let's do not overcomplicate things for now. Auto aim. Let's go with 40. Non-exhausted, sure. And default would be, let's just panic for now. Power pipe not behind. If say path here in something that's let's actually quickly check something. Okay, it's not accessible outside of, okay. Perfect. So get position of parent entity equals on, okay. Why does it need to be mutable? That I don't see it. Why would it need to be mutable? Huh. Well, whatever. So, then let's quickly add here the hex. I mean, I still don't have the position because I still need the position. If no, so what would be my can I do that? I don't actually. I'm not sure. No, I can't. While at none equals no, actually, how what do I try to do? I want now from my I want to check position query. Get. I want to check if my parent has here if let okay index. Then we want here more or less. Then we found now the position and we can actually do stuff because we can now say, hey, if hex grid at the position index. What do we want it to powered? No, what do we have here? Go to grid entry, none, and spawn tower at entity would be actually we need to return here. Nee, actually we have the entity already. It would be our parent. So parent. Then we pass here. Actually, we need to get the image. How do I get the image here? Ideally, probably get image would be something like tower type image. And it would need to. Actually, do I need? Actually, I need. But what? How it's? Let me check something. Marbles, and we have here our dev icons. Actually, my icon provider can handle that icon provider. As it's at some point I should make it nicer, but icon provider would be res. icon provider. And no, probably I want to have here's a reference, and now we can go here back to our tower type, go to definition tower type, and say here public and get or image. Oh, actually, yeah, self and icon provider. What the? Also, self icon provider NIP option handle. I actually should always return an image. And icon provider, let me get icon image and right, match cell. Let's quickly make this panic here. Our type not defined. Our type normal should return icon provider, get icon image, base tower icon name unwrap, and tower type auto aim should return icon provider, get icon image auto aim. No, how did I call it? Tower 2, just in my incredible smart naming sense, I just called it Tower 2. Okay, so now we have the tower type. So now we can get here this image. Why is it considered? What do you think I'm doing here? What? What? Icon provider? Did I? Provider? Hell? What is it believing I'm doing? Expected? Found? Let. If let. Okay. Expected reference found struct. I can. In which word is that? Oh, so I didn't save that. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now finally we have image. Tower cost would be the cost, and player gold would be mod player gold. And cost only needs a reference. Grid index. Actually, shouldn't. Okay, I could probably do it like that. Right, so probably because I didn't. Okay. So now we have that done. We want to. Exactly. Did I forget one condition? Nope. So where was I? So now we have that spawned, and then we now want to set index 0 equals grid entity entry tower. Anything else I did down here? No. Okay, so but now the problem is We don't have... no, it lets me remove that. Okay. No. It's not given that this is else. Well, actually, while I just make it, I could. What would be my condition? Or I could just loop here. Let mut parent equals none. Or, actually, that's how I want to do it now. I'm not sure why it takes me sometimes so long to realize how I should do stuff. And while let them p equals parent, and I want here to let p, and so and else we can actually just return here then else our parent will be parent query get parent. P would be my entity here. Okay, but we need to now let parent query get p else error could not find parent in for tower placement. Return. P. Now I have a child of my parent. And now actually then I can here just say parent equals none. Else my parent would be some p parent. That else does not diverge. Okay, then I need to if let we want to do one thing, and that is that. Laptop. Else we want to do the other thing. So could not find parent for tower placement. Right. Okay, now we have that. And actually, let's see if someone is complaining, or let's first check what am I doing? That's mismatched here. So now I only have some warnings, okay? Then let's run that. I do believe it should actually fail because no, it actually did work. Also it still has a problem with that it weirdly gets moved around sometimes. But let me actually try what is here. Okay, it can be collapsed. Let's do that. If let's... Okay, now I have just 3 big. Okay. Why not? So let's try to fix... Actually, I need to quickly go to the toilet, so I'll be right back. So I'm back, and let's see. Where was I? Right. I wanted to try to fix the bug I had because if let's just run it again. Yo. No. Right. I can now place turrets here again. Actually, let's make it big and. They actually will shoot, but yeah, it has still this weird. If I click on one of those icons, it jumps interestingly enough back to the middle of the. Let's try if I can somehow figure out why this is happening. But yeah. Let's see. Let's close that. And so the logic. So I have more or less, I think in the main, I guess I did that actually. Let me remove that. Yeah, right. So much better. I have here somewhere, I thought. Oh yeah, it was in the UI overlay plugin. You know, I have here this observer. And on click, I should despawn those. So why, if I now go back to my what was it called? Nope. Radial menu. If I go back here and it only happens when I click on here, if I click on this observer. Maybe actually. Actually, I guess if I do it like on hex click right. Actually, probably I should only do this if there is none. So let's just menu exists question mark would be something like query menu marker. And typing is hard sometimes. So, and if menu exists iter any, can't I just empty? E is empty. Can I just is empty? Ah, I actually can do that. So then I can do that. Actually, I'm not sure. Do I need that line actually? Or maybe I actually did think about something when I did that. But let's see. So I will run. Did that actually fix it? Great. It's the only thing that I actually would like to not. To not have is that the hover is working as long, but actually I could probably. But is there a nicer way to just now put everywhere, hey, menu exists, and we don't do that? It seems kind of bad to do stuff like that. Would be much better. Much better if we could just can I actually run if? Does that work? Can I? No. It does not seem like I can run if. Method run if not found. It would be really nice if you could just have run conditions for the observer thingy. I do wonder why they don't have that, because it's actually Or I can try to just actually that's what I probably pickable ignore my own hex exactly. But how can I block that? How could I block that? I do have. So here I spawn. Can I pickable they here that it is all true? To block lower, true? Does that make sense? And would it work? How I would like to have it? I don't have a problem if, for example, it does not work as I would like to have it. Circle here, that's actually if I go in here and say pickable, maybe I just put it on the wrong thing. Is hoverable true? Should block lower? True. Maybe that was actually, but actually now I spawn it twice, right? Go to definition, go to implementation here, because exactly. So But maybe it actually makes more sense like that if I define it in my I could, of course, try and just say here observe, and I stop propagating. Let's see, trigger pointer over. Wasn't it? I think it was over. Yeah, it was over. I'm not sure why it wasn't. And then let's see if that would work. Oops, I have a typo. So let's fix that trigger. How was it called? Propagate os. And of course I need that. Why? Expected a type founder trait? Ah, because I imported probably the wrong pointer. Yeah. Pointer. Yeah, exactly. Import picking. That's what we want. So let's see. That trigger. What? Mutable also. Cargo run. Damn, it's still not. As it could be because it sings. Let me try something. Here from x5 that 0 and I don't know 10 I guess. I really don't like that I have to be aware of those set values I use. Maybe I can make it actually a little bit nicer at some point. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, clocks now. Okay, but that's actually that's what I wanted. It blocks now the picking below. Right, perfect. Perfect. Actually, it's starting to look okay, which is really, really nice. Oh, yeah, of course I need to... It's the only thing that would... Well, it works somewhat. But now I'm losing, because... No, I lost. But actually I did what I wanted to do. I have now somewhat... And it should actually be kind of easy to now add. Let's first see if how it really would be. And then... Let's see. I want to go to my 2D. So, okay. And let's go into my file explorer. What do we have? Oh, set are kind of big. Do I have anything that actually looks torn? Pater bottom left. Okay. Saying what the fuck? This is some. Hi. Sound effects. Why do I have sound effects in here? Oh, actually, that should be moved. How do I actually? So I move that around. So fantasy game rank buttons. Let's see what do we have in here. Okay, just okay. Boring. Played ability icons. Is there anything that looks kind of nice? As in third power. Or game level map pack horizontal mode. What's in here? Okay. No, thank you very much. Back for gold to match 3 art pack. I don't believe that I have anything interesting here, but maybe who knows? Buttons. A ton of buttons. And a lot of actually that would be interesting to use for maybe CUI at some point, because I had a lot of different buttons and even UI. It's the only thing I'm not having. Okay, can't open it. But I do have. I'm quite sure I have a. Doesn't matter right now. I'm still looking for a picture for my. Oh, actually, that's much nicer for my gold. And I would just actually. Actually, let's. Can I yank this and then let's just quickly copy that some. Here, can I rename the whole form PNG? I think that actually looks way better. Okay, let's go back in here. Actually, do I have? Something similar for health. Actually, I could use that for my. Where was it? I just had one pack. Am I stupid? Here, actually. Equipment, normal PNG, but I could actually use that as well for. But let's continue. Maybe I find something more in here before I switch forth and back all the time. But it seems I really don't have anything that looks good for health. Maybe consumables? No. Player frame, HP fill, level indicator. Actually, maybe but do I want to do that right now? Actually, I could use that, for example, as a background for my Radial Menu at some point. Maybe. But the only bad thing is I don't really have anything for health. Only if I take HP fill, but Well, let's just quickly put that in here as well. Rename this as enemy display. Oh, damn it. I have, of course, to save it. Okay. And now we can quickly go in here in our efforts and say here enemies alive icon is now back. UI enemy display PNG and upkeep is now gold or PNG. So then I probably need to go into UI. Gold text label. Position width here, we probably want that to be something like 120. And the same for what we have, house text labels, that's the sad thing. Here we want to. And let's see. If I run that now, how would it look like? Not as good as I expected. But maybe it's just the size. Actually, text width, is that really? Actually, let me check something. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing here, because with font size. Good to know. Let's actually hide, that's okay. With text label. Implement component. Okay, let's just fix this here. And where did I change it as well here? So that should stay the same. Spawn icon with text. Handle image text label component. Also exactly. Icon. Icon size. Here we have that field. But only one if I put in here now 20. Actually, it will look probably kind of bad, but hey. Oops, that was a little bit much. Because I believe... Yeah, exactly, that's what I expected. Okay, then now I need to update this a little bit. The randomness sometimes. Icon width is 120 and icon... what am I doing? Go to definition and now here change that to width and icon height. So I really don't like this method at all, but I haven't found a better way currently to do that. Spawn node text label. Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay. And now I more or less need to here write 40. Oops. And comma. Then I need to write here 40. And here 40 as well. I will run. Also for enemies it's almost working. For gold it's not working at all, for whatever reason. Because, why? Icon position right is 6. What was that? That was a gold icon. Yeah, let's reduce that a little bit and see what it changes, if it changes anything. Yeah, interesting enough. Okay. Position is 10. Let's go with 10 or 15. Let's see how that looks. What the? Did I forget to say? Because I could swear that it didn't move at all. Okay, that was too much. Or actually, maybe it's not too much. Just move that here, text position right. Let's try that out. I will run. Interesting. Okay, but for sure I need to move a little bit the house to the left as well. So let's do that. At here, I don't know, 20 and the same here. I will run. A little bit more, okay. Okay, now still the only thing that's left is icon position right for what is that called? My icon position. Actually, let's go here with 0 and text position 10. Let's not forget to save. Run. What the? I hope it. It still looks a little bit, yeah, not right. So I will give it 40. But one thing that I'm currently concerned with is why is the text now in the back? Can't I put it to the front? Let's go down here. Can I here somehow say... Actually, it would probably be nice. Actually, maybe... Why was I... I'm currently thinking if it wouldn't make more sense to... I spawn, you know, more or less my node with a text, but maybe I should here just spawn my image. Image node. How was it? Yeah, so image node. And then all this. Or actually, let's do it completely different. With child, right? Why can't I? With child. And my bundle would be that. Actually, maybe that makes more sense. Since yeah, so let's try that out, how that will look like. Actually, probably need to change how to position stuff now. But let's first see how it looks like. Okay. Okay. So text position. If I now say here more or less almost everywhere. Oh no, icon position I don't want to change. Actually, and that's the one thing where I probably just want to go something like that. Top should be... Let's see how that changed things. So, text position left is auto, right? Okay, actually here it would be something like -10 maybe, if that is working. Run. Yeah, no, I slowly but surely get where I want to go. I still want to... I really need to look into hot reloading. Okay, and a little bit down. Actually, it would be so much nicer if I would understand how Bevy's CSS is working. I really don't understand it. Top would be, I guess, something like that. Actually, it seems it needs to be -10. Interesting enough. It makes no difference. Text position top -10. And let's try again. Arrow run. Or did I just not save correctly with the minus? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I need to position that a little bit more to the right. Let's see. Exactly. Perfect. So, where was I? Goal text icon width 140 here now. Let's put here 10, right. Let's just zero that and see how that would look. Okay, a little bit further down, so interesting enough. Yeah, that's actually... And now I can just move everything a little bit to the left, and when I put here, for example, a pen. Oops. That should probably... So, and now let's just fix that here down, up a little bit. That, I guess I can be here. And let's make that 140, and let's see how that looks like. Interesting enough. Why? Ah, okay, because I need here auto and right pixel 0, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad, I would say. So, nice, actually. But actually what I wanted to do originally, I haven't done, which is kind of bad. But, okay. Because I wanted to find here now one picture for a new tower. It can't be that hard, right? Right. Oh, that's mobile. Ah, that was that. Okay, let's repass it. What I just was pixel art UI. Cursors. Skills. Victory menu. Nope. Nope. Okay. Anything else? I have space and ability icons? Maybe. Okay. Starlight UI. What's in here? Characters. Let's see. Slots. Stats. Levels. What do we have here? Nothing interesting. Level complete. Nothing interesting. Spell. Okay, it's just boring. Okay. Anything in here? Battlers. Original. Actually, I could. Actually, why not? Let's just take one of those. Let's. Well, you know what? Let's just pick all of them. Yank them and go into here. And voila! I have a whole lot of new powers. Probably, hopefully, soon. So, if that's maybe I know. Actually, let's. What the? Okay, CDS. Let's go in here and. Wrong button. Assets, UI. We cut this and put it in here. And now we can change this to tower. And now tower 3. Tower 3 icon name. Tower 3 image and towers. And let's go back. What do we have? Let's just what looks maybe nice. Let's take her, bind, fire, our mental PNG. And of course, I need here power. So, now I can into my radial menu and just add here fire. Oh, actually it will. Nope. Damn it. Break. I of course now need to add here fire. Towers. Actually, can I make that? Let's see if I can improve that in the future. Well, let's just put a random number in here for now. And something crushed. Why? What the fuck? What did just happen? Linking with CC failed. Interesting. Why? Some random, okay. And again, okay, let's cargo clean. Ah, damn it, maybe I made a mistake. Because I was probably I've just in the wrong folder and that why it failed was linking. I'm too stupid sometimes. Yeah, whatever. No, it will take some time. until it's done. But that's how it is. Yeah, building Bevy from the ground up takes forever for whatever reason. Yeah, my PC is not even that bad, I would say. But it's getting into the ages. So, will it be finished sometime soon? What does it take long today? As I swear that it usually is faster, but for whatever reason today I'm not sure what's going on here. But hopefully soon it will be done. Here, Bevy. Please compile a little bit faster. Maybe it's actually because I'm streaming? Maybe that's the problem? I actually have to test that. Because it really feels it takes forever today. But why would streaming? Ah, weird. Everything is sluggish because of holy crap. It really takes forever. But it's really the stream that takes reasons because I have to investigate that at some point. Isn't there a package that lets you see where the compiler is spending its time? But actually, will it help me? Because if it's really the stream that's slowing down everything, then you wouldn't see it in the output of that. So I actually have just to shut down the stream at some point and make a clean build again. I even have an E9, so it, yeah, in my opinion, shouldn't take that long. But Rust is Rust, that's the end of the day. And everything takes longer with Rust and compiling. Especially if you make a clean build like that. Well, that's one way to spend your time. But hopefully we only one package left, and finally it's done! Yay! Great. And now I have... Oh, but something failed, because why? Tower type not defined. I forgot somewhere to define my tower type. Oh, yeah, of course, here. I'm really great. I actually need to Tower 3 icon name. And no, it should hopefully. Our Rust analyzer needs to... Oh my god, now everything in Angular needs to check everything as well. Oh, I'm getting annoyed by Rust a little bit. But I still, from all the languages I used, it's still for me, the best language. Or, best is maybe the wrong word, it's the most fun to use, I would say. Even if it annoys sometimes someone. But, yeah. Which language doesn't do that? Actually, I would be interested in J, but it's only... What can't run? Why did it fail now? But, yeah. Tower? Consider... Achso, unwrap, of course. Is needed here. Okay, no. So let's see. Nice. Okay, next step will be updating the projectiles that each tower does something else. Okay, but that is a future me problem. Okay, perfect. So, I hope you had fun, or learned something, or whatever else you get out of this video, you got out of it. So have a nice day, and see you around.